Alright, so I'm already on Carmen at carmen.osu.edu, and I've already accessed the course that I want to work with. This recording will show you how to create a news item to communicate with students, as well as email your students via the Carmen class list tool. So when you first go into your course, this is what it looks like, and you'll see that there's a news section right here without anything listed. Sometimes the Carmen team and the support team for Central Campus will add some updates that are just for the instructor, but they don't do that often. Just be forewarned that sometimes there will be news items posted that you see but the students don't. So beside news, right at the top, I'm going to click the small down arrow. That's the actions menu. So I'm going to click the actions menu, and I'm just going to go down to new news item. Once there, it's fairly straightforward. I have to provide a headline. I will say welcome. And then under the content, I'll type in some information. Welcome to this course. I am Byron Roush, the Director of EdTech at the College of Social Work. It's just a short welcome message for the people that see this course. Then I'll scroll down a little bit. You'll see under availability, you can set a start date and an end date. So this will release an item for students to view or take it away. For example, if I know that in week 7 I have a paper due, I can actually go ahead and I could pick week 7 from this at a specific time, and I could say, remember that there's a paper due. This is just the welcome, so I'm actually just not going to have a start date, or set it to be today, right now. You can also attach a file. So since this is a welcome, it might be beneficial for me to attach my course syllabus. So I could just go to add file. And just like we saw in the last recording, I can drag and drop, or I can click upload depending on my browser choice. So I'll just click upload and choose this PDF here. And then I'll click done. And then further down, there's additional release conditions. These aren't used very often, and you don't really need that. But all the way at the bottom, there's a publish button and a save as draft button. I rarely save anything as a draft. I would prefer that you draft something in Word and just get ready to paste it in here and set a specific start date if there's something that you want released in the future. Then I'll click publish. So there are some news items in here because this was an old course, but you'll see it takes you to this list of all of the news items you've had in your course. And if you want to go back to see how students see it, you can actually just click up at the top where mine says practice course, yours will say social work something or other. You can actually just click the name of the course, and it'll take you to the course homepage, and now you see my welcome message with the attachment. Students can click this if they would like to see the attachment, or they could get it from content since I already uploaded it there. You can also add pictures, clip art, anything like that. So the next thing I want to do is show you how to email students. There are a few ways to do that in Carmen. I will show you what I think is the easiest way, and that is to go to the People menu at the top, click on it, go down to Class List. You'll see that there's an email option. I usually don't use that. I'll just click Class List. So once you go to People and then click Class List, this is the page you're taken to. My class is a bunch of fake students, so some odd names. But your class should match up what is in your Faculty Center class list. So to email here, if I wanted to email just a few students, I can checkbox their name and then click the email button at the bottom or the email button at the top. And then I'll open up a window where I can write my email. Generally speaking, if you're emailing from Carmen, you're probably going to be emailing everybody. So I'll show you a workflow for that. I'll just uncheck those. So if I want to email everybody on my class list, I just go to the class list under People, Class List, and then click this email button all the way at the top. When you click that, it'll take you to kind of this confirmation page where there's a send email button. I'm just going to click send email. And you'll get the compose screen. So you'll see that to and CC are both blank. And then down at the bottom at BCC, there's a whole bunch of names. These are all of your students in your class, as well as all of the instructors. Carmen puts everything in BCC so that students can't just accidentally click reply all and start message chains sending, dozens of messages back and forth to the class, or accidentally send a message to the class that they intended to send as a reply just to you. It's okay. It's perfectly okay to send a message with blank to and CC lines. You'll see that my email address is actually on the BCC line, so I will get a copy of this automatically from Carmen. So you just need to type in a subject. I'll say welcome, and then a message. I'll just reminder to get your textbook before the first day of class. That's a common reminder. You can also send attachments, so if you wanted, you could go to choose file, and you could attach your syllabus. I usually don't do this because sometimes students kind of run out of space on their email system, or things might get bounced back, and you won't know about it. So if you send something this way, also make sure that you post it on Carmen somewhere. You also have to click the add button after you click choose file. So I'm just going to go ahead and go down and click send after the message is ready. I'm actually just going to click cancel or close the window because these are a bunch of fake students and I don't want to send them email. So that's the basic email sending workflow. And you can stop watching this video at that point if that seems to answer any questions you might have. But I will continue on to show you that under the email option, there's a slightly different workflow. You'll see here, I'm taken to the same compose screen, but there's nothing in the to, the CC, or the BCC line. So here, if you want to send an email, you have to click the address book. And then I think this is personally a little more confusing than it needs to be, and it keeps moving. And this is your Carmen course address book here. You can click everybody, and then click the BCC line. I think it's more clicks, and it's probably, and then click, add recipients. I think it's a few too many clicks and not really worth the extra time to do that. And I don't recommend that you do that. Instead, I would just use the people class list and then click the email button at the top. That concludes announcements and email.